Hi, it's Global Affairs Analyst and Savvy Traveler Michael Bociurkiw. So, you've probably all heard of airlines like Emirates offering to first class passengers showers in their A380 aircraft. It's quite the treat. Well, now LOT Polish Airlines, the national flag carrier of Poland, is offering, it seems, free showers to people traveling in economy class on its Boeing 787 Dreamliner service between Toronto and its hub in Warsaw. I'm half kidding here, but half not. So on a recent flight from Toronto to Warsaw, it was an overnight flight. I was sitting in the mint section of the 787 economy class, and as soon as we began takeoff from the runway at Toronto Pearson Airport, all this water started coming down. I mean, it wasn't drip, drip, drip. It was almost a deluge. On me, who had a window seat, and the passenger behind me, they happened to be transiting passengers from Canada via Warsaw to India.
It's totally crazy.
And it was so bad, I actually had to put a blanket over me, as you can see in the video and the photos. And because we were in takeoff mode, it was impossible to get up, and flight attendants, in fairness, couldn't do anything. But then it took a long while to get reseated, to even get their attention. And to make matters worse, it said, oh, it's normal, it's air conditioning condensation. Well, I've flown on the Dreamliner a lot, I've flown Boeing a lot, I've been to their factory, I know many of their mechanics or people who've worked for them. I know retired pilots, and all of them say, no, what you experience is not normal. So eventually I was reseated. There were empty seats in premium economy and business, but the chief flight attendant said, no, you have to stay in economy. So I was reseated, but still pretty drenched. And she said, oh, don't worry, I'll make your life better. I'll give you a bottle of wine at the end of the flight. Well, big deal, right? But I did get a bit of a cold and a scratchy scalp, and that's of concern. And then upon landing in Warsaw, as sometimes happens in fairness, a lot of people actually started to get up and open the overhead cabins. Of course, that's dangerous. We're on an active taxiway. Things could fall out and injure people. But the flight attendants did almost zero to stop people from doing that. Very bad thing. You think that's the end of the story. You're wrong. It actually gets worse. So I wrote a letter right away complaining to LOT Polish Airlines. It took a long time, maybe 2 months, to get a response, and quite frankly, it was insulting. They pretty much said the same thing as normal, and forget about a refund or compensation because you already got compensation. I think they're alluding to the bottle of wine. Again, insulting. I will be writing them back, and I'll also be filing a complaint with the Canadian Transportation Safety Board, as well as their counterparts in Poland, about the what I think is a defect in that aircraft. And they said it got worse. It did. Not only the letter of response, but when I tried to get the attention of LOT Polish Airlines on their Twitter account, actually I got an immediate response, but it wasn't from them. It was from scam artists who cloned their Twitter account twice, actually, and called me from what looked like a number in the UK. They said they were LOT Polish Airlines from Heathrow, and they're ready to deal with my case. They apologized. They said, you deserve compensation. But then it got creepier. They said, oh, we need some of your details, and you have to download this money transfer app. That's when I realized they're trying to scam me. Obviously, LOT Polish Airlines doesn't monitor who's cloning them on social media, another bad thing. So long and short of it, if you don't need to fly them, I recommend you don't. And it's not only because of that leaking water incident, which again has happened to me before. It's air conditioning condensation, but nowhere near that volume. But especially the other thing, the behavior of the cabin crew upon landing. I think that's a safety issue. And thirdly, and this isn't the first time with LOT Polish Airlines, their flippant or delayed response. So if you do end up in trouble with LOT on the ground, don't expect a quick response, and don't expect a fair response. I'm sorry to be so harsh on an airline, but when it's well-deserved, I call people out because I want others to know and avoid the same headaches that I do. Hope this is helpful to you. Michael Bociurkiw reporting to you today.